Now, the Colts did not waste any time locking up their priority free agent, and that was Alec Pierce. He is going to be signing a 4-year, $114 million deal. So that makes him the highest paid free agent wide receiver in NFL history. So, Cody, what does this mean for the Colts and Daniel Jones then?
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones obviously loves this move. It gives him stability. It's a lot of money, but I think Pierce can prove that he is worth this type of investment. I know the numbers haven't been great and they haven't jumped off the stat sheet his first 4 years in the NFL, but the most important thing for me is he's been trending in the right direction. And that's what matters most. Are you getting better as you get more experience in the NFL? He had 500 yards each of his first 2 seasons, only had 2 touchdowns both of those years. Then he jumps up to 820 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2024. Then he hits 1,000 yards last year and 6 touchdowns as well. A number that really sticks out for me, though, for Alec Pierce and why I think he's such a great player is because of the yards per catch. He averaged 22 yards per catch in 2024 and had 21 yards per catch in 2025. He is one of the best deep ball threats in the NFL. He had 1,000 yards last season and had less than 50 receptions. That is high productivity from a receiver who doesn't get a ton of opportunities. But again, I like this investment. I really believe that the Colts did this because they believe in the future of Alec Pierce. The best contracts, in my opinion, aren't paying a guy for what he's done. It's an investment in what you think he's going to do. And now you see the Colts getting rid of Pittman. They're getting rid of some of those guys, which makes Pierce their number one receiver now. He's probably going to get a lot more targets, which hopefully comes along with more productivity next season. So I think this is an investment in the future, and I think the Colts made the right decision by paying him. I know there's going to be arguments about a lot of money and is it worth it? It's not top 5 money, but it's still top 10 money. But you want to see what's going to happen from here. It's close. It's close. $29 million a year is a lot of money for a guy who's only played 4 seasons, had one 1,000-yard season. But again, I think that the production and the progress that he made has played a big factor in this. And one more thing I think is important to add is he's still producing, even though he's played with a lot of different quarterbacks. Wide receiver is one of the most dependent positions in all of pro sports. And since he's been in Indy, he's played with Matt Ryan, Sam Ellinger, Nick Foles, Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew, Joe Flacco, Daniel Jones, even played with Phillip Rivers a couple games last year when he came out of retirement. So hopefully you give him some stability at quarterback with Daniel Jones and you continue to see that production go in the right direction.
No, I like this move. This another situation where you see that, hey, the money is just gonna be the money. You know what I'm saying? That's the number. If you one of the guys, you one of the top 3 guys available, you probably gonna get the market number. So you got Alex Pierce making $30 million a year. Like that just don't even sound right. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's a crazy number. But I mean, you look at the production, it's going up 825 yards, 2024, 7 touchdowns, then 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, and over 21 yards a catch. It's huge, man. You see this dude getting downfield, making plays downfield. That's what I like. I like him being a legit deep threat. The 50-50 balls, man. That's what he surprised me on. I didn't watch him a lot in 2024. I paid a lot more attention to him in 2025, and them 50-50 balls, he coming down with them, man. He's becoming a legit downfield threat. He's coming into his prime, you know what I'm saying? On year 5, he's coming into his prime. So like Cody said, they really paying him for what they think he's going to do in the future, man. They're expecting this guy to become one of the guys just from what he put on tape the last 2 years, man. Over 20 yards a catch is crazy for 2 years straight. That's crazy. So I like it, man. I like him staying with his team, staying in that same system, staying with Daniel Jones, man. That's a guy who trusts him. He know where to put the ball at, and I think it'll work out well for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to give a guy that much money for only 1,003 yards. But if they feel like he's going to be their number one guy, and he does have a large, yards per catch, 21 yards per catch. So that is huge, and that goes to, Jonathan Taylor in that play action passing. But if you're going up and getting the ball downfield, that's what this game is about. It's about catching the ball downfield and getting the end zone. He's great in the end zone with contested catches. Now, I think he could work a little bit on his intermediate routes, and that's what the investment is, to see if he can be, that number one receiver in all phases. But, if they trust the guy and they like what they got in-house, I'm pretty sure he's a great teammate, a great leader at the position. And you got to count in the intangibles. Like always, we just talk about Mike Evans. That's going to allow you to make money for a long time, is doing things on the field and off the field the right way. But, I think it's a good move to keep their guy in-house. I talk about consistency and I talk about comfort. And those are two things that make teams great, especially the relationship between quarterback and receiver. So I think it's a great move by Indy to retain Pierce, because he was one of the top guys on the market. And if it wasn't that number, he was going to demand something very close to it. So it's not about if you're the best player, you are the best player available in this free agency. So, yeah, Indy did a great job of keeping that guy in-house.
Okay, so I agree it was a great move for Daniel Jones because reportedly he and Alec Pierce are very close. So I got that. But I look at the numbers and I certainly get the yards per catch. And I certainly get that 36% of his catches last year went for 20 plus yards. But then I look at targets last year and it's just hard to reconcile $30 million a year with the targets he got last year, because Tyler Warren, who I love, stud young tight end, he led the team in targets last year with 112. And then Michael Pittman, who just got traded to Pittsburgh, he was second at 111, just one back of Tyler Warren. Then Josh Downs was third on the team in targets last year with 88. So we have to go to fourth on the team in targets, Alec Pierce, at 84. So again, Tyler Warren had 112 targets. Alec Pierce had 84 targets last year. And it's just hard for me to fathom how did that translate into almost 30 million bucks to keep him, because I use the eye test on Alec Pierce. Every time I watched them last year, he never leaped off my screen where I said, "Oh, that's the guy. He's the guy. He's a $30 million receiver." I just didn't see it. Then the game would be over and I'd say, "Oh yeah, he caught that ball." And then he caught that one. That was a big catch. And I get what it keeps saying, contested balls, jump balls. He's 6'3", goes 211, so he's got some size to him. I get all that. It's just my eye test never told me that he was the guy. You would think he would have been the guy in Indianapolis and that they made a great move to keep the guy home. And he wasn't really the guy on targets at all. He was the fourth guy. And they just gave him $30 million a year for 4 years.
I mean, that just show you, I'm saying, why you want to, you want your kids to play this game, Skip. That's just the number. It is what it is. Pittman went and got another. He got his own.
He did
25 or whatever. He got.
But it wasn't close to Pittman's deal.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you mean it wasn't close to Alec Pierce's deal.
I mean, to Pierce's deal. I'm sorry. Pittman
went and got
he got 3 years, 59.
Yeah, he got $20 million a year. But I mean, he a little bit
19.
older. But it's like the corner from the Saints, Alante Taylor. He just went and got $20 million a year. Like Skip, he gave up 8 touchdowns last year.
Okay.
You feel me? He got 6 in his career. He got 4 interceptions and he gave up 20 touchdowns. And he gonna make $20 million a year. Like, it just goes to show you, we did the dirty work, Skip. They got him.
I understand. And
numbers are deceiving now. The guys, the corners who are the guys, they getting 30 plus million. So that's like back in our day, we getting 11, y'all getting 5, we getting 11. Now they getting 30 and y'all getting 20.
Okay, I got it.
That's just what the sport is right now. So
I understand. I honor that. I'm just saying, when you watched an Indianapolis game last year, did you ever turn off your TV or turn to another game thinking, man, Alec Pierce is the guy?
Well, I watched the Colts game and I turned the TV off thinking, hey, boy, Alex Pierce becoming a real deep threat in this league. That motherfucker going up top. And it's contested, it's running by guys, it's deep digs, it's 3rd and 15. Them the downs that he's looking for Pierce. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely caught my eye. I don't know if he caught yours. You said he didn't catch yours. He definitely caught my eye last season when they was on that 8-2 run. He caught my eye, man. I gained a lot of respect for him.
We're going to see, because now he's going to be getting them number 1 targets. And he's going to be that number 1 receiver, and everybody's attention going to be on him. So, like it's an investment, like Cody said. you getting paid for not only what you did or what you did in the past, but what we think you're capable of in the future. And it's your job to live up to that contract.
But two things with that too, Skip. One is, being fourth on the team in target and still having 1,000 yards is highly impressive. The other part,
no, it is. It's incredible. Yeah,
targets don't tell the entire story, right? A lot of those things come down to who the play is designed for. Shane Steichen loves to use Tyler Warren, get the ball to his tight end. It also comes down to pass protection, hold up, so I can get the ball to Alec Pierce, and it also comes down to what the coverage is. Maybe he was on the backside and he was the one high beater, and they get too high a lot, so he had to work the front side to Warren or work the ball to Pittman on the outside, or they wanted to give the ball to Jonathan Taylor. So the targets don't tell the entire story. What you do with those targets is most important, and to have 47 catches and put up 1,000 yards and have over 20 yards per reception the last 2 seasons tells me that the production is there and he's moving in the right direction.
Okay, how many of those deep catches came against single coverage?
Probably all of them.
I mean, all of them. I'm a quarterback, Skip. I'm not.
Definitely an Alec Pierce.
But the thing is, Skip, he's still going to get single coverage.
Yeah, and if I'm a quarterback, I'm not throwing it up into double, triple coverage. I know there's a very select few guys, and those are the top 3, top 5 guys that you pay that money to. 35, 40 million a year that can go win in double coverage, can go make those 50-50 catches. Not to say Alec Pierce can't, but if I'm a quarterback and I'm smart and I know I'm getting double coverage over there, I got Tyler Warren, I got Jonathan Taylor, I can check the ball down too. I got Down, who's a great threat on the inside. So you can't just force feed a guy if he gets double coverage, but what you can do is know that if he didn't even win on the route and the DB's over the top, I can still give him a shot because most likely he's going to come down with the football or at worst knock it down so it's not an interception.
Yeah,
he still gets single coverage, Skip. He ain't that $30 million is not the Jamal Chase. It's not the CeeDee Lamb number.
No.
The $+ million. That's the double coverage number.
Yeah.
This
all right.
numbers is just cranked up now.
I mean, but they got Pittman now, so I mean, unless they go get another one, somebody got comparable.
They got little Downs in there. They got Warren running still.
Yeah, they do.
They're gonna have they not gonna be too high because they got Taylor. They're gonna be in cover 3.
Have 8 in the box, that's for sure.
Yeah, they can hold that box. That's gonna get you the single coverage, the cover 3s and the cover 1s, right? Because of the running game. You know what I'm saying? So he's still gonna be 1-on-1 outside.
And then if you do play too high and try to double cover, Warren or Pierce, turn around, give it to 28, let him go for 120 in a game.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let me sum this up by saying, again, as a Cowboy fan, when I saw that number of 30 a year for 4 years, I'm thinking of George Pickens now tagged for 28 million. And somewhere George Pickens is looking at 30 million for Alec Pierce saying, seriously?
Right.
I got to sit here tagged at 28 million this year, play the whole year.
So do that number go up though? Do that number go up with the signings from this year?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So the franchise tag is the average of the top 5 salaries.
Exactly.
But I don't know if that counts the new salaries.
After it's already been tagged. It won't matter regardless because it's not a top 5 contract when it comes.
Yeah. So it's still
okay.
Yeah, but if someone, that's a good point though. If someone does jump into top 5, I don't know if it resets because of that going into the calendar year.
Pickens not worried about that, Skip, man. Pickens like 24 years old, bro. He's going
to cash in next year. Yeah.
He know this almost count as like an extra year. Well, okay, this is an extra cash year. You just look at the richest guys in the NFL, man. They all got a franchise year or 2 on their belt. So if his agent telling them that, or his manager telling them that, like, why would I be mad at that? You're like, hey, so you're now on track to be one of the richest guys ever to do this shit, just like they were. So that's why you see all the reports from Dallas is saying that, man, he just fine with it. He ready to come play some ball. He ready to come win. He going to be there in OTAs, Skip. You going to like it.
I don't think he will show up at all.
Yeah, he'll be there, Skip.
Yeah. We'll see him. We'll see him on Labor Day. That's when we'll see him.
No, who won't be there, Skip? Matt Crosby won't be there at OTAs, though. Rashawn Gary will.
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary will be there.
Rashawn Gary will be there.
Speaking of market cap, because the market cap is just getting crazy. Even listen to you, Lee, and talking about what you're making versus now these guys. So let's talk about